Something you guys have to know about narcissistic family dynamics is that they operate in a very dysfunctional family pattern. Now, I may not have to go through the details of all these other members and their roles and all the stuff like that. I will just simply focus on the black sheep, the scapegoat of the family. The scapegoat of the family is a very much needed individual in that unit because they make the dysfunction, what do they call it? They make the family stable. Their presence alone makes this kind of abuse and the family, the entire system, stable. You will see how unstable that system is the moment you walk away. Okay, that's when you're going to see the instability, that the insecurities and all the other abuse that has been happening, usually behind the scenes, things that maybe you was never able to see, and also things that other family members was never able to see in the whole system. Your own family members, and as well, not all of them, not all dysfunctional family systems. Okay, there are some members who are usually normal, maybe sometimes, not everybody is like abusive and stuff. There may be just a couple of them. Sometimes it can't be all of them, but in some case scenarios, there can be just a few of them. Everybody will be very comfortable. They will get very comfortable with this abusing you because you've been identified as the scapegoat. It is very easy for them to run away from blame, run away from shame, run away from accountability, because at the end of the day, they have a scapegoat somewhere there seated in the corner. So they can always point the barrels towards you and throw all the garbage at you because you are simply the scapegoat of the family. That is how the family survives. It is how the family operates, and there's simply nothing you can do. Now, you see, it comes to a point whereby all the family members, including the narcissistic parents and all these other siblings, they are going to become very comfortable abusing you. This literally means that if you're the scapegoat of the family and you decide to step away from the unit, it is going to be very difficult because now they don't have anybody to abuse, okay? There's these other things that have been always happening, probably the things you have been seeing all along, maybe the things you have even sometimes been talking about, and nobody would ever see those things. Nobody would even actually understand what you was talking about. In the case, sometimes nobody could even believe you if you told them that your family was abusive. They could not listen to you because it was not possible to see this when you are still very deeply rooted in the family and participating in that abuse. Now, one thing you have to know about the narcissistic family dynamic: the narcissistic parent is trying to hold the entire system together. They are trying to do everything they can to make sure everything stays intact. So for them, if a person, for example, the scapegoat leaves, it is going to be a golden child could leave. Yes, they don't want anybody to leave, but when it comes to the scapegoat, they are very much concerned about that individual. That individual will be very difficult. That person moves away, it is going to come, all the walls are going to come crashing down. So you see, these families have got very big secrets. There is things that are usually happening in the background, things that they don't want other people to see, things they don't want anybody to know. And even as bizarre as it may sound, there are even sometimes family members who are not even aware that the family is dysfunctional. That is because the scapegoat is like a shield, okay? So you are like covering all these things behind the scenes. Even sometimes you're doing it subconsciously. Is why many people are not able to see the abuse that is happening, because they have all been accustomed and they have gotten used to going through these cycles of abusing you on a regular basis. When you walk away, that is a very big problem now, because at the end of the day, they are missing something there, okay? Somebody is struggling with something. They have been struggling with those issues for the most part of their lives, and they had a scapegoat in the family where they could point and throw their garbage. Now, at the moment, you're a person who has left. They do not have a trash can. It's going to be very difficult for them to find a person to abuse. They may sometimes turn against each other. So for you to understand that you're dealing with the dysfunctional family system is where you may sometimes see as a scapegoat. When you have left that unit, normally there are going to be hoover attempts where they will usually attempt to hoover you because they really need you in that unit, and they don't really need you because they love you, but they really need you because they have got to have a trash can in the unit, okay? There has to be a trash can. That is very important for their survival. When you walk away, there's no trash can. They're not going to start hitting bullets at each other. They're going to start blaming each other. They're going to start gaslighting each other. They're going to start shaming each other. They will even sometimes tear up each other. They may fight each other. It's why you know that you've actually been dealing. If you're a person who has walked away, for example, that is for you evidence that you've been dealing with the dysfunctional family system. When you decide to extract yourself out of the unit and you see them turning against each other, it is what shows you that they're missing a trash can and they don't know where to throw their garbage, and including family members as well and the narcissistic parent at the top. They do not have a trash can in the family and they do not have any place to throw their garbage. So when I talk about the narcissistic parent doesn't want you to leave, it's because when you walk away, it is like all these secrets are going to start coming out to the surface. Everything that everybody has been hiding within them, the insecurities, all the dirty stuff they've been doing behind the scenes, all the things they've been trying to hide, everything is going to start coming out to the surface. And it is going to be a very big blow to the narcissistic parent at the top, because now they do not have a balance and they do not know how can they control this situation because they do not have a trash can in the unit. So that's what I mean when I say that your walking away is very painful. It's very difficult for them to handle because they don't know what to do with themselves. Personally, I was hoovered, like I've told you guys, I was hoovered in those early stages of the discard. When I discarded myself out of the unit, I was hoovered for a couple of times. I think it was about 2 or 3 times by different family members. The narcissist parent was keeping on sending people to come and hoover me back into the unit, okay, because there was a lot of chaos. I would later on learn that there was a lot of chaos that was going on behind the scenes. They didn't want me to know this, but somehow somebody reached out to me and told me there was so much chaos that was going on in the unit ever since I walked away from the unit, okay? And they could not handle this chaos. That's why they was trying to drag me back into the unit, okay? But at that point in time, I'd already figured out this was a very dysfunctional family system. I had nothing to do with that. It was time for me to go out there and work on myself. So if you're the black sheep, just keep it in your mind that you need to see things for what they are, okay? If you have awakened, especially if you have awakened from it, because you may probably be a sleep empath who doesn't really know what is going on. But if you have been able to awaken from this dysfunction and you can finally see it for what it is, understand it for what it is, and make sure that you are going to walk away. Yes, they will come around and hoover you. They will try to suck you back in. They may try to love bomb you with some small gifts or presents or things like that. Do not fall for anything. They are only calling you in because you are a trash can. You are simply a trash can where they can throw their garbage, okay? So don't be the person that is going to allow yourself to be used by those kind of systems, by those kind of family members. If you have been in abuse, make sure that you deserve better, you deserve your freedom, and you deserve your peace. You can always walk away, everything will be okay. But there is one particular person in the unit that does not want you to leave. It is very difficult for them. They cannot survive because they do not know what to do with themselves. They are going through a narcissistic injury. The whole thing is in chaos. The whole system is in turmoil. And there's a lot of chaos happening within the system. And they cannot bring back balance in that system because, for starters, the whole entire system is a dysfunctional family system. That is how they operate. Do not be a part of it. So let's know what you think about the video in the comment section below. You guys do know that I do love and appreciate your support. You can always book a session. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. Denzo Moses signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.